Alright there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. More things is currently updated in the press. We know we've been hearing in the press about Jose Mourinho, about him, Real Madrid being interested in him. We know we've heard a lot of rumours in the press that's going on now. It's about Alexis Sanchez at Manchester United. We know he hasn't really made an impact since he joined in January. He's only been at the club since January, involved in a swap deal with Mkhitaryan, as we all know. But reportedly, Paris Saint-Germain reportedly are preparing to put a bid in for Alexis Sanchez at the end of the season, because we know Paris Saint-Germain have invested a lot of money, in the likes of Neymar and Mbappe, and we know PSG were linked with him. I think it was last year or so. They were willing to offer him a high salary. Obviously, Arsene Wenger let Alexis Sanchez go because Sanchez was demanding a higher wage increase. Arsenal couldn't afford it, but he basically ended up coming to Manchester United. Did Alexis Sanchez? We know he's got a lot of experience of playing in Italy. We know he's got a lot of experience, playing in Spain with Barcelona as well. He used to play alongside David Villa and Lionel Messi, during his Barcelona days. And he did very, very well at Arsenal. He was on 20-30 odd goals a season with Arsenal, but and Arsenal paid £30 million for him from Barcelona. He had 4 or 5 good years under Arsene Wenger, did Alexis Sanchez. But since he's come at Manchester United, really, he's the highest paid player in the Premier League, as we all know, on about £500,000 a week is Alexis Sanchez. We know we had number 7 vacant for quite a while, but obviously Sanchez is now fulfilling that. He's just recently had a groin injury as well, but now Sanchez, at this moment in time, is going to find it hard to get game time at Manchester United, because obviously, Antonio Martial's in fantastic form. Jose Mourinho's praised Antonio Martial's performances, which have been absolutely phenomenal on that left-hand side. Fantastic, his talent, great experience as well. I think he will grow and develop with Martial, also to Rashford, who hasn't scored in a while, but neither has Lukaku. But Jose Mourinho said the goals will come from Romelu Lukaku. We know we've all talked about that. Jose Mourinho said he wants a central defender, because we've conceded 17 goals in our first 10 Premier League games this season, and we conceded the same amount in 24 last season, so you can tell that we've got defensive problems. We need a strong centre defender. That Jose Mourinho's been linked with the likes of what's his name, Toby Alderweireld, where he's got an option to extend his contract till 2020 at Tottenham. Also Harry Maguire, who's recently just signed a long-term contract extension with Leicester as well. Jose Mourinho's been heavily linked with these. He's also been linked with the likes of Rafael Varane from Real Madrid, a player who's been at Madrid since 2011. He did very, very well in 2014 FIFA World Cup. He got nominated the Best Young Player Award. 2018, played every minute of the 2018 FIFA World Cup as well, but Manchester United didn't get Varane, because obviously Real Madrid were reluctant to sell him, so Jose Mourinho's chased him. He's also been interested in Boateng as well, but we know Jose Mourinho, got 3 players in the last summer window. He got Fred in, he got Doyat in, and he got Lee Grant in, our current second choice goalkeeper as well. But the news about Sanchez, PSG are willing to put a bid in for him. Manchester United have been discussing about sanctioning Alexis Sanchez, because he's only scored 4 goals, as Alexis Sanchez, since he's joined Manchester United in January as well. I think basically we need someone on that wing, a very experienced player. We have got Sanchez, but he isn't really making an impact at Manchester United. We've got young age talent on that left-hand side, but I think we need someone who's older and, who's got more experience. I think Perisic would have been ideal on the left-hand side. We know Inter Milan were demanding £48 million. Manchester United were reluctant to pay up to £48 million for Perisic, but very good 2-footed player, very good in the air, very, very good with Inter Milan as well, so we didn't get him. Griezmann would have been fantastic in that number 7 position as well, as we all know, but obviously Atletico Madrid's transfer ban, stopped Griezmann from coming to Old Trafford a year or so ago, so we missed out on him. There's been talks about Bale. I'd love Bale, at Manchester United. We know he's aging up now. He has got a lot of experience, he's Premier League proven, being with Tottenham, reason up the ranks for Southampton. But one thing that would concern me about Bale coming, that he's injury prone. He's well known for injuries. Is Gareth Bale, as we all know. So we have missed out on a lot of potential targets since Mourinho's come. He's purchased 11 players, spent £360 million. There has been talks that Jose Mourinho is going to be getting £100 million in the January window. I think he's being very frustrated with Ed Woodward as Jose Mourinho, because he cancelled the recent meeting, did Ed Woodward. Reportedly, it says in the press that a new meeting is going to be rescheduled between Jose Mourinho and Ed Woodward, so there's going to be discussions about Jose Mourinho's future at the club, about he's going to there's going to be talks about plans for January as well, getting some transfer targets in as well. But Jose Mourinho was frustrated under this, but Jose Mourinho reportedly is going to be backed in the January transfer window as well. I think we definitely need someone up front with Lukaku. I think the strikers I like Icardi. I love him. I like Aubameyang. We can't get him now because he's at Arsenal. But he did very, very well. Bushy Dortmund, very quick, fantastic finisher, very good in the air as well. Aubameyang, I'd liked him at Manchester United, but we need someone alongside Romelu Lukaku up front, to score more goals, to look more attack, to get more of an attacking extent. And these other teams are doing it this season. They've got Liverpool, they're doing very, very well. They've got a fantastic attack, scoring goals. We've got Chelsea doing it. Even Arsenal now, 13 games unbeaten in all competitions. They've got Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Arsenal, they've addressed the problems. They've got a fantastic manager, Emery, obviously being a Paris Saint-Germain before, Sevilla before. But Arsenal were doing very, very well. So I think Manchester United need to bolster the squad a bit more in January. There's been rumours about Paul Pogba potentially leaving the club. I don't think Manchester United are willing to sell him. He risen up the ranks with Manchester United, as we all know, Paul Pogba. Then went to Juventus on a free transfer. Then 5 years later, he made 124 appearances for Juventus, and then 5 years later, come back to Manchester United. Well, Manchester United purchased him for a world record fee of £89 million. But yeah, there's been talks that Barcelona have been linked to him. Obviously, they got Coutinho in January. Barcelona have been linked to him, and Juventus have also been linked to him as well. So there's been talks about him making a return back to Juventus. But we know there's been rumours in the press about Jose Mourinho, as we all know, potentially making a return back to Juventus. It did say in the press that Florentino Perez was interested in getting Jose Mourinho back to Real Madrid, as they just recently had their manager sacked, considering Real Madrid's poor start to the season. So there has been talks about Jose Mourinho potentially making a return there. This is his third season at Old Trafford. We know he has got a fantastic pedigree. He's won 3 trophies at Manchester United since he's come. We know there's been talks in the press as well about what's his name, Conte, the ex-Chelsea manager who won the Premier League with Chelsea in his first season. There's been talks about him replacing Jose Mourinho at Manchester United. A manager that won Premier League with Chelsea, won the FA Cup with Chelsea, managed Juventus, won honours with Juventus, also managed Atlanta. He's won Serie A Coach of the Year, Premier League Manager of the Season, and Premier League Manager of the Month, and he's won other awards as well. But and he's managed Italy, of course, as well. But reportedly, he was interested in replacing Jose Mourinho at Old Trafford if Jose Mourinho does get sacked. This season, where we've only won our last 2 away games out of 7, so that's a bad record on the road so far this season for Manchester United. But yeah, there's been reports coming out in the press about Alexis Sanchez, reportedly, because he isn't settling in at Manchester United. Martial's ahead of him now, he's in good form, Mata's in good form, Moyes bought in 2014, and I think he's been fantastic since he's come when David Moyes bought him. And there's also Marcus Rashford there. Rashford doesn't usually play down the centre. I think he'll only play Rashford down the centre with Mourinho, if he does rest Romelu Lukaku. We did need a rest, and he did do that against Everton. But Lukaku, he's scoreless in a while, and I think, Jose Mourinho's admitted that the goals will come from Romelu Lukaku as well. But potentially there's going to be another meeting between Ed Woodward and Jose Mourinho about his future at the club, and there's going to be discussions about these transfer tags as well. So basically, yes, Jose Mourinho is after another central defender, he's after another attacker as well. So so that's the news about Alexis Sanchez. PSG are heavily linked with him. There has been discussions going on. But yeah, Sanchez has not really settled in since he's come to Manchester United, as we all know. So we've got Bournemouth Saturday, we've got Man City coming up in a couple of weeks, which is going to be an absolutely difficult game indeed. But we could see players leave in January. Herrera's not getting that game time as he got under Louis van Gaal. He's getting a regular game time as well under Mourinho. Luke Shaw signed a 5-year deal. Sanchez could be leaving at the end of the season. There's also been talks about Aaron Ramsey, that Arsenal have refused basically to sign him a new deal. He's looked down to Cardiff for 8 years, very good box-to-box midfielder, very creative. So I think he would be ideal, for us, you know, especially if Paul Pogba does leave Manchester United to Arsenal, refused him a new deal. So a few teams may go for him, you know, when his contract expires next summer as well. So anyway, that's everything today, guys. Drop your comments, like, below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe. As always, take care. God bless, guys. See you all again very, very soon. Bye.